The Corona Cero post show, and we are looking forward to wrapping up what has been an incredible day of surfing down here at the Ballito Pro, presented by O'Neill. We have a glorious afternoon on our hands after what we just enjoyed to be a fabulous day. Competition was high. We saw excellent numbers. We saw both the men and the women out there. And there is nothing better to celebrate than with the Corona Cero with two of my great mates. Cheers, guys. Paul, I'm going to need you to lean over just a slight bit more. Yep, cheers, thank you.
Luckily that wasn't awkward. Cheers.
All right.
Oh, wait, are we on?
Yeah. Sorry. Should we get back to the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay, let's go to Greg. Greg, thoughts on today?
Today is, for me, an important day on the Challenger Series. It was heavy waves, good surfing. Today, for me, epitomizes what we want to see from the Challenger Series. Solid waves, good surfing, and that's what we want the surfers to prove themselves that are going to make it onto the championship tour.
Paul?
Adaptability, who's got it, who hasn't. Making the switch from 4 surfer heats down to 2. We saw some people really struggle in the lineup. I don't know if that is the reason, but it looked like there's a few surfers a little bit lost and others thrived. That's why they're through to quarters for the women.
Quarterfinals for the women. The last woman to do that in that last heat was Teresa Bonvalot, and she is down there with the Frou Brew.
Thank you, JC. Teresa, great heat win. You're into the quarterfinals. It's your best result so far in Ballito over the years in the Challenger Series.
Yeah, it's true. Finally made that 9th after the 9th, so I'm pretty happy. We go for one more heat, and I'm super excited.
The higher tide made a big difference to the conditions out there. It filled up. The paddle is a little bit easier. What board did you choose to ride in the heat out there?
I've been actually using the same board as all the other days. It's a Monster. It goes really well with all conditions. It's pretty used, so I've been having this one for a year, but it's a really good one. So I always bring this one and my other favorite one. So I'm pretty dialed, and that feels good, obviously. The high tide, definitely it's hard out there. So much more water moving. You can't really tell sometimes if the set is going to be good or no. So it's just like, it's hard. So I just try to make it and make it a smart heat. And I think that in the end paid off.
Did you have a lot of folks tuning in back home to watch your heats? I'll give you an opportunity to have a chat to them in your own language.
Mais heat aqui passado em Ballito. Neste momento é o meu melhor resultado. E pronto, estou a tentar aproveitar dia após dia, sessão após sessão, e tentar estar mais presente. E beijinho a toda a gente que está a assistir em casa. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. You're through to quarterfinals.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, JC.
Love it, Frou Brew. Thank you for the an epic insight to know that Teresa Bonvalot is on an oldie but a goodie piece of equipment under her feet, and nothing quite like a favourite board, Paul.
Yeah, it looks good for her too. She, the scores weren't crazy. I mean, let's not go mad on sort of performance-wise, but as a result, that's huge for her. Never done better than this here before, and you want things to feel a little different and click on an extra gear when you come close, as she has. Maybe this is her year.
Let's take a look at some of the highlight heats that we had today. One of them was actually with a fellow Portuguese surfer in the likes of Kika Veselko, who was up against the South African Cero. Greg, I know this one stung a little bit.
Oh, this was such a good heat, and both surfers getting some great rides. In fact, even Sarah's scoreline would have pretty much won all the other heats today. So it was an exciting heat. But look at Kika really connecting with that lip. And she had to surf hard in this heat because Cero had the lead for most of it and put up some big turns as she sets up on this one. Just good rail work and was connecting with the lip on those backhand turns. So much spray through those maneuvers and really had the heat. Maybe a little bit of a misjudgment on one wave where an opportunity slipped, but the 7-8-3 from Kika, how's that first turn wrapping so strong back into the pocket, heavy section there to deal with, and still manages to get the finish. So that was pretty much the wave that sealed the deal for her.
Yeah, she did that in the last 2 minutes as well, so didn't crumble under the pressure. So Kika Veselko into the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, we do lose Bormy out of the draw, but really impressed by her performance all throughout the event so far. Looking forward to seeing her over at the US Open. But we talk about how crucial the round of 16 is and how crucial it is to get to that quarterfinal to make sure that you're staying really healthy and alive in the rankings. And this bracket looks good, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, a massive missed opportunity there for Cero Bonvalot. That's her heat to lose. I think she'll reflect on that and think this is my chance to go really well at home. But hey, this is who we got left. 8 surfers. We're seeing real quality. That very first quarter, Sierra Kerr, she's been outstanding, as has her opponent, of course. Some good European representation throughout. So that story that we saw last year on the CS already coming to fruition here at Ballito. Quarter number 3 of Bella Kenworthy. I thought she surfed a smart heat, a tight heat as well, and she'll be feeling that confidence grow every time she puts a rashi on after a year. You know, so far that's not been amazing for her otherwise.
I really love the look of that quarter 1. Greg, which one's standing out to you?
Quarter 1's pretty solid. I think to be honest, I think they're quite evenly matched looking at this. Yeah, I think Sol Aguirre, Bella Kenworthy is going to be a solid one. I think Sol's looking good and Bella's a defending champion as well.
Yeah, it's cool to see Bella back in such confident form. We got to call her heat today. She was really just feeling like the old Bella, the Bella that we saw took a win here in 2024, Paul.
Yeah, well, we talked about during the heat as well, and it was the confidence as well, and you know how hard that is to get, and how hard sort of fought it is to win that confidence back. And I think we saw that grow a little bit as well. It was kind of one of those tough ones, but I just think something slightly different about her serving. It's not just down to the waves themselves, but what she's able to do, and then the more rounds she makes, I think the better she's going to surf. We
saw the men in the lineup today as well. We actually got to confirm the men's round of 16. Couple of really big heats, but no bigger one than the men's round of 32, heat number 8, where we saw a clutch performance from Weslley Dantas. But Jorgan Kuzinet, who is usually a pretty solid scout to take down, fell out of competition today, Greg.
Yeah, Jorgan's been surfing so good. Even his warm-ups have been fantastic. And we did see Levi as well losing out. He had an 8-point ride and didn't make it through. So that was just a testament to how competitive this heat is. And then Taj Lindblad with an 8.5. A couple of big hits. Watch this. Just connects with that wave so well for that huge finish. And let's not forget what Weslley Dantas did right in the dying second. Loads up, huge air rotation, no grab, a little whack just to complete it, and that was going to be the score all day. The tower went absolutely mad with this. It was probably the moment of the day.
Paul, just to have clutch moments like that is why we keep coming back to the Challenger Series, because it's so hard. You never know what that final result is going to look like.
I mean, Foot's basically off the board, right? I mean, that was just, yeah, that was crazy that he landed that. You've got to have a thought for Levi Slawson. He missed out last year by 1 spot on the Challenger Series, finishing 11th, and then hit equal scores with his mate Taj Lindblad, loses on the count back. That is absolutely brutal. Poor dude.
Yeah, haven't seen a count back in a while either. We haven't seen anyone really tie there, but Taj Lindblad with the highest score gets the nod. He goes through to that next round, Paul.
Even Jorgan's numbers, 39.7,
yeah,
pretty solid. He'd be thinking, I got unlucky here. I would have got through quite a few heats, but I guess that's the level, right?
It is, and like I mentioned, Jorgan is in big, powerful conditions, especially here at Ballito. You do tend to have him as one of those front runners to do well at this event. So major loss for Jorgan, because this was a pet event for him.
Yeah, definitely. He's like his strength is that off balance kind of surfing, those heavy sections, arriving late and kind of recovering when maybe you think he wouldn't do. And yeah, he's going to be gutted.
Let's take a look at what the next couple of days have in store with our friends at Surfline. Now, it has been absolutely pumping all throughout the event so far. Greg, we're seeing good signs still.
Yeah, that storm's still sitting just below Madagascar. It's pushing this southeasterly swell in towards us. I think we saw it dip slightly today from yesterday. I think tomorrow we're going to see it dip a little bit more, but still holding solid, at least 5 feet, I reckon, maybe 4 to 5 feet. We've had the southwesterly wind today, and so we're going to wake up tomorrow with extremely clean offshore conditions. I think it's going to be pristine in the morning.
At 5 to 8 foot faces, then it goes to 4 to 5 through Thursday and Friday, and that's when we can really start to be a little bit more particular, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what we've done, we've surfed quite a lot of heats, and we've bought ourselves time, essentially. We can really pick those premium moments. A lot of surfers mentioning the tide today being a bit of a factor, and what we can afford to do is actually just avoid that. maybe surf that sweet spot, come in after the low in the morning and come up through that pushing tide with favourable winds as well. Still plenty of swell in the water, yes.
Well, the good news is we got through a lot of heats today, so now we have the privilege of really picking and choosing with those tides, like you mentioned. However, we do have top 5 moments to look back on today, and there is a couple of really big ones in there. The first one has to be Dane Henry, who yet again just impresses us so much here, Greg.
Oh, he's just unbelievable. The speed and the drive that he has in his surfing is just next level. And I mentioned it earlier, if he falls on one wave, look out for the next one. He's going to go huge.
Kika in the last 2 minutes, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely clutch, isn't she? And this opportunity was sort of handed to her on a bit of a plate, actually, and she didn't need asking twice. Even that first turn, you're still thinking, this is a big number she needs, and she fires up mid-wave and gets the win.
One of our CT surfers making it through was Jake Marshall, Greg.
Style for days. Just absolutely beautiful to watch, and hammering away on the rail all time. I love it.
One of the standout women for every single day of competition so far is this lady, Sierra Kerr.
Couple of things guaranteed here at Ballito. A beautiful sunrise, pumping waves, and Sierra Kerr dominant. We saw it once again today. She was brilliant out there, opened up with an 8-point ride, excellent surfing from the start of her heat, and we talked about the repertoire that she's got. Dane Henry was up, he mentioned that too. She's just got some extra moves that her opponents don't have, so given that blank canvas, that running right-hander, she's going to use those maneuvers, and she's going to be really tough.
And coming in at number 1, this buzzer beater was crazy, Greg.
Absolutely mental. That was so insane. It just drifted, floated so long in the air. Board actually comes right off, moves onto the nose for the landing. And that would have felt amazing for like a clutch win with, I think it was like a minute and a half to go in the heat.
To do that and have the board completely disconnect from your feet, but then have wind push back under it and then land, that would have been a roller coaster for Weslley.
There were 2 noises, weren't there? There was like the roar up and down the beach, and there was actually the noise that he made himself, because that one really came from deep in the belly, and you could see how much that meant to him. And, he's owned it. Big celebration, but brilliant surfing.
I love it. I can't wait to see what stories unfold tomorrow. We do have a 7 a.m. call for a 7:30 start tomorrow morning, so tune back in then. Until then, cheers to a great day, a good afternoon, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.